Hello and welcome to my inbox review of this kit from Revell. It's the 1/32 scale Messerschmitt bf109 G6 and you can build either a late or early version. It's kit number 04665. I got it on the sale. It was £17, believe it or not. Yeah, on the side you can some pictures of it built up and what it could look like if you're building it. That's about it really. There's nothing else. And there's a bit of blurb about the mouldings on here, and on the back other kits you can get by Revell. I don't think I built any of them, no. And I ain't got any of them in my stash either. Yeah. Anyway, but that seems interesting. So let's see what's in the box. It's a side opener, and there's lots and lots of sprues in here. So it's 5 minutes to sort things out. Okay, so instructions. We'll start with the instructions. We'll start with the instructions. As you can see, you get some history of the 109 and data and performance. And like I said before, you can build either a late version or an early version. So if we look at the back, there are 2 planes you can make in this. You've got this flown by Hotman Franz Door from Gossen in May 1945. That's the one that's on the box art. That's the late version G6. It has a green spinner. I'm not going to be making that one. I fancy this one, to be honest, by Hotman Karl Remelt, which was flown in Romania in April 44. Yeah, I fancy that one. Don't know why I fancied that one. Well, there's quite a large model on it as well. I avoided a stencil to do that. I'll have to see how that goes. I've got all the paints there. I've got I've had this paint set a while, so yeah, I'm going to use this paint set with it, plus Revell, some of Revell's paints as well. And yeah, let's see. So we begin with usual read before you start instructions, what the symbols mean, all the paint call-outs. Lots of people don't like them from Revell, where you get 50% of matte blue and 50% of matte white. That's no doubt that's for the underside of the plane. Not very good. Anyway, so quite a lot of sprues to be in this kit. You have to make your mind up before you start whether you're going to do the early one or the late, because there's lots of different parts go with this. You start with the cockpit floor, and in there, if you're doing the early version, you do the Mark 108 cannon at the end instead of the MG 151. And then you continue on with the cockpit, and again there's more for the early as well. So you've got to decide what you're going to make. And there's, you know, typical early Revell instructions where it's all a little box with just 2 parts being put on the kit. Like I said, you start with the cockpit and then build up the fuselage halves with the cockpit. Put the spar in for the wings, and you start doing the wings. do the wings, tailplane, flaps and slats as well, ailerons, tailplane, undercarriage, drop tank, and your propeller, cockpit canopy, and that's it. And then onto the painting, as we've already looked at. This paper is like parchment as well. Very strange. Okay, so we'll look at the transfers. These are very matte. I always like Revell transfers, mostly. Researched and designed by Erdoc. Doesn't say where they're printed, but I guess they're probably cartographed, because most of Revell's transfers are printed in Italy. And they're all very nice, all in register. What more can you say? Oh, there's no swizzle sticks either. Whether I'll be putting them on or not, I don't know, because it may get banned from YouTube, where things are. So the first bag. These are sellotaped. So the first big sprue is sprue C, under the wings, ailerons and flaps. Don't know if you can see the detail, but they've got rivets, recess panel lines. It's very nicely detailed. And the spinner there, got a bit of flash inside it. Some, I wonder if they're for inside that cockpit, I think. Bit of detail on them, raised detail, and some cabling. They all look very nice. They've got a big Revell sign there, 2013. Is that when it came out? It's 8 years old now. Remember when it first came out? And then you got one of the fuselage halves here. And again, fine recessed panel lines. They're virtually, you know, if you were brush painting this, they might disappear, to be honest. You got your drop tank, chair seat back. I'll be scraping them off because we're doing some seat belts. And upper wing there, again, it's yeah, very nice. Then you've got the instrument panel with a few raised details. Well, I'm going to be replacing that as well. That's the thing for the drop tank, I think. Then you've got your slats on the front of the wings. There's no detail on the inside of the fuselage. And an engine doesn't come with this, but you can get head-wide resin engines for it. But having a look at that, it's a bit too daunting for me, to be honest. And again, here's the starboard side of the fuselage. And there's your wing spar, exhausts. Don't know whether to drill them out or not. I'll go for some quick boost ones. Undercarriage doors. Top of the wing. And then you get small bags. I think that's a duplicate, yeah. So we'll have a look at this one. there's three items in here. Got your tail, elevators, it looks like more elevators, wheels, bits of the landing gear by the looks of it, mass balance for the ailerons, and more wheel parts here. I think that's one of the machine guns. A couple of propeller blades. That's why these and this bag has exactly the same parts in it. And then the final bag. That's the early tail with a rudder, tail wheel, supercharger intake, some other bits and bats. I think they might be for the end of the wings, to be honest. Then you got your engine covers, different machine gun covers over the engine, the bulges that go over the supercharger, you've got two, I think, are these rudders? I think they might be rudders. Why they put in two, I don't know, but there's lots of parts in here, mostly undercarriage parts. I'm a dead rest. Top of the wings, the panels that go into the wings. This looks like a radiator cover, and then another engine panel. Must be from a different part, a different G version. They do a G14, I think, don't they? Or a G10. Anyway, so that's all the sprues. Oh no, it's not all the sprues, because where did I click? The clear parts. Okay, there's some flash around that there. That's the Erla HUD, isn't it? That one. They're very nice and clear. There you go. Oh, cool. The fuel pipe in the cockpit, that's clear, so you just leave that bit blank, clear there, and paint this rest of it. Yeah, it's all very nice, and then you got your cockpit canopy pieces. It's a very nice spring. Okay, so there you have it. This is Revell's 1/32 scale bf109 G6, and like I said, I should be building the early version. Anyway, so that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this inbox review. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Also leave a comment. I always answer comments, and ask me a question, whatever you want about the kit. And we'll see you in the next video. And the next video will be start of the cockpit build-up. Right, thanks for watching. This is Stevie D signing off. Stay safe, happy modelling, and cheerio.